At lunchtime, I was carrying my food tray and looking for a seat. Can I sit here? Nope, go away. Oh gosh, whenever I wanted to sit down at any table, they immediately left or used their backpacks to block the chairs. Seeing the cheerleaders happily chatting made me envious. If only I was a beautiful blondie. Hi, I'm Juliet. I'm 17. In my high school, everyone looked up to and considered cheerleaders as the beauty standard. So, in order to maintain my place in the team, I had to follow lots of strict appearance rules set forth by Anna and Ruby, the captain of the team. For us, looks were very important. Being considered ugly was like a death sentence. One day, while I was practicing, suddenly Anna and Ruby approached me, right in front of the team. They expelled me. Sorry, Juliet, your appearance was no longer suitable for being a cheerleader. Yeah, we've decided to replace you with Mina, the beautiful new transferred blondie. While I was still in shock, the members turned their gazes towards me. They whispered and even made sarcastic comments. She looks pathetic. I always know she doesn't belong. I was so embarrassed that I could only burst into tears and left. The days after that were terrible. Mina became the center of attention and I was the complete opposite. After I was excluded from the cheerleading squad, the other students started seeing me as a loser. No one wanted to be my friend. That day during math class, instead of studying, I stared at Mina. Indeed, she is really beautiful. If only my lips were a bit thicker, my chin were smaller, and my hair was blonde like her. I don't remember how much time I spent looking at Mina's profile pictures. I even printed them out and cut out the pretty parts like her lips, chin, and hair and pasted them on my photo. Looking good, actually. That's it! I must achieve that perfect look. So, when summer vacation started, I secretly took all my savings to an underground plastic surgery clinic. They agreed to pump my lips and fix my nose at a very cheap price and didn't require a guardian. After 4 hours of surgery, I came home with my face covered in bandages and pain that pierced my bones. When Mom found out about that, she was enraged. But since everything had already happened, what choice did she have? A few weeks later, I started removing the bandages. My heart was filled with hope for a beautiful appearance, but when the last layer of bandage was removed, OMG! My lips were swollen and my nose was completely deviated to one side. I hugged my disfigured face and burst into tears. I hated myself even more. I locked myself in my room and ate as a way to relieve stress. But that was so wrong. It made my body gain weight uncontrollably. Seeing my poor condition, Mom promised to help me fix my face. But before that, she took me to see a therapist. After a few counseling sessions, she advised me to attend a group session every day of the week. There are people in the same situation as you. Please share with them. You'll feel better. Although I didn't want to meet stranger with my hideous face, with the encouragement of my mom, I agreed to participate. The first day of the group session, I was extremely shy. I just sat in a corner and listened to other stories. And then I suddenly recognized a familiar face. It was Thomas. We took a few classes together. I had never really noticed him before. He was a fat, quiet kid who often got bullied at school. Apparently, he also recognized me behind my swollen face and chubby body. Thomas panicked a little, then turned his face away. Later that day, I lingered behind to see Thomas. I didn't want him to spill a word of that event to anyone, but unexpectedly, Thomas talked first. Don't tell anyone about this, please. Thomas lowered his head. His face flustered. Turns out, he was also very afraid of people knowing that he had to go to a therapy because of his obesity. I smiled shyly and offered him a drink. We sat on the terrace and started chatting. Thomas told me that since his parents divorced, his mental health was severely affected. He used food to relieve that stress, but when he got fat, he became the target of bullying at school. Life sucked so much more. We sighed dejectedly after we shared our stories with each other. I said firmly to Thomas, We can't be defeated like this. We are better than this.
What are you going to do?
Bounce back. Having said that, we made a plan to lose weight together. Thomas was skeptical at first, but upon my persuasion, he agreed. From that day on, we diligently jogged, went to the gym, and followed a strict diet. We also supported each other when the other wanted to give up. Thanks to that, our bond was strong. We promised that on Thomas's birthday, we'd celebrate together to reward ourselves for all our hard work. 1 month passed. After my mom made an appointment with the hospital, I finally fixed my face. In addition to my weight loss, I was finally slim and fit again. I should have been happy about it, but things didn't turn out well for Thomas. Despite all that hard work, his appearance didn't change significantly, which made Thomas very disappointed. It's okay, Thomas. Let's keep trying.
No, just leave me alone.
I understand you're frustrated, but please don't get mad at me.
No, you don't understand. We're different. You could destroy your body to look like another girl, but I'm not as dumb.
His words broke my heart. I immediately left. From that day on, we stopped talking to each other. As the new semester began, I returned to school in my best looks. All the students were in awe and flocked to me. Thomas was still the same though, still alone. I really wanted to make up with him, but since I was still angry about his insult, I decided to wait for him to apologize first. One day, I was having lunch at the canteen when suddenly Anna and Ruby came to see me. They cheerfully invited me to join their party that weekend. I was going to refuse because that day was also Thomas's birthday. As planned, we would celebrate together. When I turned my eyes to Thomas, he was listening to our conversation, but he seemed very indifferent. In my anger, I spoke loudly. Sure, I'll come. I already had a plan, but yours sound way better. After hearing that, Thomas left. Boo-hoo. The day of the party, while everyone was having fun, I just sat in a corner and thought about Thomas. Strangely enough, I missed him. Anna and Ruby walked over to me and said, Julia, do you want to come back to the cheerleading squad? I miss you so much, girl. Anna and Ruby were acting way too friendly. What about Mina? Who cares? Blonde is out of fashion now. Yeah, we'll kick her out to make room for you. At that time, I realized their true faces. I used to think that I was ugly, but no, the problem was not with me, but with them. Those girls are mean. They just see people as decorations for the cheerleading team. A captain should focus on their teammates' abilities, not taking advantage of their looks. I tossed my drink over Anna and Ruby and left. I quickly ran to Thomas's place. I realized that he was my true friend, the one who was always there for me in my most difficult times. When I got to his house, he was sitting sadly at the door. As soon as he saw me, Thomas happily gasped. After a few awkward seconds, he started to speak.
I'm so sorry, Juliet.
I wasn't angry at you. I was angry at myself. Why?
Because I like you. When I see you getting more beautiful each day, I feared that you'd no longer want to be with me. I was so angry at myself for being so pathetic.
Hearing his confession, I was deeply moved. Immediately, I hugged him tightly. After that day, Thomas and I officially became a couple. I continued to help him get fit and become healthy. After everything, I realized that appearance is nothing compared to loyalty and sincerity.